Welcome to Stories Aloud, where forgotten tales find a new voice. Today, we're looking at a story called An Angel in Disguise by T.S. Arthur. It's quite a short piece, actually, but really moving. On the surface, it seems simple, maybe even a bit old-fashioned. But trust us, there's a lot packed in there about rejection, compassion, and how things can change in really unexpected ways. Our goal isn't just to retell the story. We want to explore it, look at the context of the time, the emotions, and figure out what it might still be saying to us today.
Right. It's surprisingly relevant.
It really is. It takes us from this place of, utter rejection and despair.
Yeah, it starts pretty bleakly.
To this moment of kindness and then this genuine transformation. So let's get into it. Okay, so the beginning. It hits you right away, doesn't it?
It really does. No easing in.
No, just bang. This woman dies. A woman known in the village, apparently, for being, loud, bitter, a drunk.
Not exactly painted sympathetically at first.
Not at all.
Oh.
And she dies right there in the road. Unceremonious is putting it mildly. And what's left? Her shack, described as collapsing and crooked, right on the edge of everything.
Yeah.
And inside, 3 children.
Such a stark image.
It is. And the villagers, they react fast. Almost. Clinically.
Pragmatically, perhaps, in a grim way.
Exactly. Pragmatic. So Mary, the eldest, a farmer takes her because she's strong, useful. That word, useful, really jumps out.
It certainly does. Sets the tone.
Then William, the middle one, he's quiet, so a blacksmith takes him in. Less trouble, presumably.
Right. Again, judged on perceived lack of burden.
But then Maggie, the youngest, only 7, and she's crippled, can't walk, lying on just a small pile of rags.
A heartbreaking picture.
And as they're dealing with her mother's body, she whispers, "Please don't leave me here all alone." Gut-wrenching.
Absolutely.
And the villagers, they literally look away. Their solution, send her to the poorhouse. Described right there in the text as a cold, heartless place.
Yeah. That phrase hangs heavy.
They decide, what else could be done? That collective shrug.
Oh,
It's chilling.
It really is. And what's fascinating, historically speaking, is how accurately this reflects attitudes in the 19th century, which is likely when Arthur was writing.
Right.
Poverty, disability, being orphaned. These weren't just misfortunes. They were often seen as moral failings, or at least inconvenient problems for society to manage.
Manage, not solve humanely.
Often, yes. And the poorhouse. It wasn't just a building. It was an institution, a sort of default dumping ground.
A place you wouldn't wish on anyone.
Precisely. Its reputation was dreadful. Loss of dignity, harsh conditions, basically a place people went when they had absolutely no other option. It was meant to deter dependency, but often it just meant misery.
And the villagers thinking, it's all about usefulness, isn't it?
Completely. Mary is useful. William is quiet, so manageable. Maggie. She can't contribute labor. She requires care. In their calculations, she's purely a cost, a burden.
So the easiest thing is to just remove the problem. Send her away.
Exactly. And they justify it. They have their own families, their own problems. It's that rationale of limited capacity, limited empathy, maybe. It allowed them to collectively ignore this immense suffering right in front of them.
That justification, our own problems, feels timeless in a way, doesn't it? A way to detach.
It absolutely does. It's a very human, if uncomfortable, mechanism.
So you're almost resigned to Maggie's fate at this point. It seems inevitable. But then something shifts.
Yes, just when the decision seems final.
Enter Mr. Joe Thompson, the village wheelwright. And he's described quite differently.
A quiet man, kind, childless. Those details feel important.
Very. He's there. He sees Maggie. Small, broken, fragile. He doesn't join the discussion, does he?
No debating, no arguing with the others.
He just acts. Quietly. Gently lifts her into his arms and walks home. That simple action feels huge compared to all the talk and dismissal.
It's incredibly powerful. A moment of pure, uncalculated compassion, perhaps. Or maybe something deeper.
What do you mean?
Well, connecting it to the bigger picture. Was it just an impulse? Or was it a kind of quiet moral protest against the group's decision? Maybe even, as the text notes, he's childless, a response to some unspoken longing in his own life.
Ah, interesting. So it could be complex, not just pure altruism, but a convergence of factors.
Possibly. The story doesn't spell it out, which makes it feel more real, I think. Human motivations are rarely simple. But the act itself, stepping outside the consensus like that took courage.
Definitely. Going against the grain, especially in a small community.
Absolutely. He's implicitly challenging their judgment. But then he gets home and, the challenge continues, doesn't it?
Oh, yes. His wife, Mrs. Thompson, her reaction is immediate.
Yeah.
And sharp.
Not pleased.
Not at all. "What's this?" she snaps. "You brought that child here." You can almost hear the tone.
Total shock, maybe anger, fear.
All of the above, probably. And Joe's response is key here, too. He doesn't get defensive. He just says calmly, "She has no one. Just for tonight. We'll see tomorrow."
Buy some time. Diffuses it slightly.
Yeah. And Mrs. Thompson's reaction, it's so understandable, isn't it? Like the villagers, maybe she's thinking practicality, the burden, what will people say?
It's a very human reaction, fear of the unknown, the disruption. It grounds the story, I think. Makes the later transformation more impactful.
Absolutely. Because that night, Joe talks to her, again, gently, persistently. He says that line, "She's just a child, Jane, and our home. It's so quiet."
Ah, that hits home, doesn't it?
Oh.
Appeals to her humanity, but also that shared quietness, that lack in their lives.
Exactly. It connects Maggie's need with their own potential need. And the story says something shifted in her eyes. Not a full change of heart, maybe, but an opening.
Tracking the resistance.
Yes. And the next day, it's solidified. The poorhouse official arrives, ready to collect Maggie.
The moment of truth.
And Joe just states it firmly. "We've decided to keep her. She'll stay with us." And that's that.
Wow. From just for tonight to a permanent decision.
And then the really beautiful part begins. The transformation, it's not instant. It's slow.
Gradual. Realistic.
Days turn into weeks. Mrs. Thompson starts small, sitting by Maggie's bed, then brushing her hair, feeding her, telling her stories. These little acts of care, they start to add up.
Building connection through action.
And Maggie, she blossoms. She brings light laughter into this previously quiet house. She learns to sew, read, dream. It's completely reciprocal.
That's crucial, isn't it? It's not just the Thompsons saving Maggie. Maggie is also bringing something vital to them.
Totally. Mrs. Thompson, who was bitter and cold, starts to soften, finds joy in just holding Maggie's hand, smiling. It's a profound change in her.
It really speaks to the power of nurture, doesn't it? How consistently offering care, receiving appreciation, how it can genuinely change a person from the inside out.
Melt away the bitterness.
Exactly. It suggests empathy isn't always innate. Sometimes it's cultivated, grown through doing. Mrs. Thompson learns compassion by practicing it.
Which brings us to this idea of redemption in the story. It's not just Maggie who is saved.
Not at all. That line is so potent. In saving a child no one wanted, they found the child that didn't know they needed.
It hits hard.
It reframes the entire dynamic. Taking Maggie in wasn't just charity. It filled a profound void in their own lives, a void they perhaps hadn't even fully acknowledged.
Turning their quiet house into a place with joy, purpose.
Right. It was a gift they received, as much as one they gave. And that final statement, Maggie, the one they had nearly abandoned, was their angel in disguise.
Yeah.
It lands with such force.
Yeah.
It challenges our whole notion of where blessings come from. Sometimes it's the unexpected, the initially unwanted, that brings the most profound transformation.
So if we pull back a bit, what are the big takeaways here? What does this story leave us with?
Well, first, I think, is the power of just one person's compassion. How a single quiet act can stand against collective indifference, against the system almost.
Joe Thompson's quiet rebellion.
Exactly. It shows individual action can matter profoundly. Second, it's a powerful statement about inherent worth. Every single life has value, regardless of physical ability or perceived usefulness to society.
Maggie proves that beyond doubt.
She becomes the source of joy and meaning, despite being initially dismissed. And third, it shows that giving, that extending care, it transforms the giver too.
It's not a one-way street.
Not at all. The Thompsons gain purpose, joy, fulfillment, redemption, even through their act of kindness. It's about self-discovery through caring for another.
So thinking about today, this story is from the 19th century, but does it still speak to us now?
I think absolutely.
Yeah.
We might not have poorhouses in the same way, but the underlying tendencies, they persist, don't they?
How so?
Well, how often do we still maybe subtly judge people based on their productivity or usefulness?
Sure. In the workplace, even socially.
Right, or overlook those who don't fit neat categories. The elderly, people with disabilities, those who are economically marginalized. Do we sometimes mentally shunt them aside because they seem like a burden, or because their value isn't immediately obvious in material terms?
It's uncomfortable, but probably true. We categorize easily.
We do. So the story prompts you, the listener, to think, who are the angels in disguise in our own communities? Who might we be overlooking?
The people whose value isn't immediately apparent.
Exactly. Those who might seem unwanted or unproductive by certain standards, but who might hold unexpected gifts, insights, or just the simple, profound gift of their humanity if we took the time to see them.
It asks us to look differently, to look beyond the surface.
Precisely.
So that really wraps up our look at An Angel in Disguise. Such a short story, but it carries so much weight.
It really does. Simple language, profound message.
It reminds us of Jo's quiet courage, Mrs. Thompson's journey from bitterness to warmth.
That transformation.
And Maggie's spirit bringing light out of such darkness, a testament to resilience and unexpected grace.
And maybe a final thought to leave with everyone listening. In a world that often prizes utility, what people can do, how they contribute tangibly, what if the real measure of our humanity is found elsewhere? What if it's in our ability to see the worth in those deemed unwanted? And if we do open our hearts, what unexpected gifts, what transformations might they bring into our lives?
An angel in disguise, perhaps?
Perhaps. Something to think about.
If this story touched your heart, give it a like and let us know your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe to Stories Aloud for more human stories told with soul. Until next time, keep listening.